for naming the save file for Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. Dat Boy is in the lead. If you want to have it named something else, now would be the time to do it, because we're going to cut that off in just a couple of minutes here. Also, for those interested in the big bid war that we have every year, every GDQ, Save the Animals and Kill the Animals. Right now, Save the Animals is in the lead by about $1,300. So we'd like to see, we'd like to see a lot of donations on this one. If you want to have the animals killed, now's the time to donate. Also wanted to take a moment to remind you about the Humble Bundle. They are sponsoring a special Humble Bundle for this week, featuring some of the games you're going to see after the Castlevania block, including Freedom Planet, Guacamelee, Dust Force, Escape Goat, Super Meat Boy. Just like GDQ, Humble Bundle also gives proceeds to many charities, and it's a great value. If you don't have the games already, definitely recommend checking it out. There's a few others on there as well, in addition to the ones I just mentioned. Would also like to thank another one of our sponsors, Save Point, who's provided a bunch of arcade and pinball machines for all the folks here at SGDQ this year. They buy, sell, and rent arcade and pinball machines, as well as video games and imports. Their website is www.savepointreloaded.com. Try to read a few more donations here while we're getting set up. I have $5 from Bane212. This is a big convention for me and my friend Pavel. We have a lot of loyalty to these speedrunners. It would be extremely painful if those animals lived. We have $20 from Compy. Have been watching all the recorded GDQ YouTube runs for years, and now I get to see it live. Super special kudos and brownie points to all the runners, couch commentators, attendees, hosts, technicians, and all the staff involved in running the event. And people, please don't kill the animals. Let's troll the Super Metroid runners instead. We have an anonymous $20 donation. I am loving the commentary of Curse of Issos. Keep up the fun times. Thanks so much for providing this great platform for our entertainment and for aiding in such a great cause. Also, this isn't veterinarians without borders, so kill those animals. We have a $30 anonymous donation. It's a fundraiser for Doctors Without Borders. Donate to make the name Jeff for the character playing Shaq Fu as my favorite rapper. Talk smack in the chat and then cap it with a kappa. $20 from Jaron M. $20 towards suplexing the Phantom Train in FF6. Lift with your legs, not with your back. $5 from Denny S. My dog passed away recently, 15 years old. My biggest wish is to do something in his memory, and what greater way to do that is to ask Twitch chat to spam Franker Z one last time for him. Save the animals. We have $20 from Vivo. I have the stream open in a small window on my work computer right now. I figure if I'm not going to work as hard, I can pass on some of the pay I don't deserve. Shout out to my boss who decided to work from home today. I have $15 from Meteor Dropkick. Tried to propose to my girlfriend, but she said to stop wasting frames. Save the animals. With $10 anonymous donation, greetings from Finland. Thank you for another great event, and here's something little for a good cause. $5 from Enza Danino. My son Paul is having a rough time because he just found out his friend is enduring intense chemo currently. Games Done Quick has always had a positive impact in the community of gaming. Cheers for always doing good for the community. We have $50 from HyperGuyver. My first donation to SGDQ. Great charity, great event. Frames are greater than animals. Good luck to all the runners. All right, we are closing the bid war for the naming for Aria of Sorrow. We had a last-minute $1,000 donation from Fangamer44. Here's $1,000 for Miriam. Gotta show our support for Bloodstained. Love, Fangamer. It's Miriam. All right, we've got VB up for Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. Take it away whenever you're ready.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so this is Aria of Sorrow. It's the first of the 2 Castlevania Sorrow games, which are 2 of the non-linear Metroidvania style ones. So, you know, there's this big open castle that you can explore all of. So that type of level design combined with the fact that this game is incredibly broken, leads to a really short run. A true any % run, like just get to the end as fast as possible, is 9 minutes, and it only fights 2 of the game's 11 bosses. So that's not the most interesting run in the world. So what I'm doing here is all bosses, which is beat the game with any glitches possible, while with the stipulation that you have to beat all 11 bosses. So it still shows off a lot of the glitches and how broken this game is, while also showing off more of the game. So the first actual trick of the run is coming up, and I kind of need to focus for this one, so I'm going to have one of my couch commentators explain it.
Absolutely. So suspending here sets the RNG counter back to 0 for him, and with very precise movement and manipulation here, he's actually manipulating it so that this first boss fight here, he's actually going to get the boss soul, which is something that is very rare to get in the normal run.
Normally it's a 2% drop, but because he's doing the same exact actions and killing him in the same animation every time, he's always going to get this.
Really well done.
That's actually a lot harder than you'd think to get that consistently, but I mean, we'd expect nothing less from VB, so.
I've played this game before. Trust me. So what souls are is whenever you kill an enemy, there's a chance, it's usually a small chance, that they'll drop their soul. And souls are, like, they act as both your nice menu, as both your sub-weapons and as your, they can provide support, like, that's what Kicking Skull does, it's an extra attack. And then they're the third kind, which can boost your stats. I'm also going to save, because I'm scared. And, you know, disaster could strike at any moment.
Yeah, when you go out of bounds in this game, which is going to be doing very soon here, the map isn't connected, I guess, sensically, if you looked at the map of the game. It's actually connected to a bunch of other memory in it. So if you go to the wrong pixels out of bounds, you actually can crash the game or get stuck somewhere that you can't get out of. So that's why he's doing a safety save right there.
Yep. So I also picked up flying armor, which lets me float down slower. You can technically skip it, but have fun with that. So these 2 guys can drop something. They didn't. It's a soul that boosts my strength by 4. It's not worth the time to reset and manipulate it, but it's just a nice bonus you can get. So the skip coming up is the first, like, sequence break of the game. So edges in this game are rounded, which means you can get a little pixel boost if you do a precise jump here. That's not gonna work.
That seems good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that looked
okay,
good.
cool. And then this guy is a very special enemy. Hello? So when he turns, you can stand on his back. And when he turns around, his collision gets all wonky. Hold on. Cool.
Nice.
Very
Alright.
nice. Yeah, that's first of many points where one misstep can lead to a soft lock of the
Yeah.
game, so very well done.
So here we see the first application of Creaking Skull use. Speeds up this boss a lot. It just attacks with you, but it does a ton more damage than your sword does at this point in the game. A small thing about that fight is he actually has, the Manticore fight has 2 HP. He has 1 HP pool, but 2 points at which you can hit him from, so I can drain his HP twice as fast if I hit both the tail and the main body. So, something you're seeing me doing a lot in this game is this backdash thing. So dashing in this game is faster than just walking, but at the end of every dash there's this lag where you can't do anything. But if you jump, you can cancel it. So by doing this technique called backdash canceling, you can move a bit faster. It hardly saves any time. You have to be really consistent with it to
Yeah.
Be able
Even
to-
if you mess one instance of it up, you are wasting about 10 other instances where you would have gotten it correct. So you have to be really consistent to gain any time.
And we took a safety heal here. I'm not going to save. I have 3 potions. I'm pretty confident I'm not going to die. Why'd I say that? Anyway, so this next enemy, the Minotaur, can also drop something good. It's a +8 attack boost. Didn't get it. It's a 4% chance, so, you know, I wasn't expecting it, but...
Yeah, and technically, I think like any soul in the game could be manipulated if you really took the time to find a setup, but most of these along the way just wouldn't save any time if you got them.
Yeah.
Like
So this
with
is where
that.
Creaking Skull probably saves the most time. He has... Great Armor has 650 health. And my sword only does 8, so having that extra damage really helps. You can also see that whenever I was attacking, I wanted to jump beforehand. That's because I was using a weapon that's classified as a light weapon, which means all the landing lag gets auto-cancelled whenever you land on the ground. And also, attacking in the air gives me more mobility, because I'm not locked in place. So, what beating that boss actually did was it gave me Malphus, which lets me double jump, which you've already seen me use a bunch. And it also gave me access to the shop. So, what the shop does is you can buy and sell stuff. And you have to pay money for stuff, in theory. But, you know, who needs money? So,
Most Castlevania games have a way to get around the whole money thing if you need to.
hey man, Soma's like 18. That's like a college student. He can't afford to buy stuff. So the general idea of this route is to get to the Bat Soul as soon as possible, because Bat Soul is what really breaks this game wide open. Cool jump up here. Nice. Okay.
Nice.
So, yeah, we want to get all the good items first, which will let me go around the castle really fast. Because once you have a certain set of items, you, nice. Once you have a certain set of items, there's really no, like, you can get to any, from point A to point B of any given point of the castle instantly. Or not instantly, but, like, within a minute. So once I get that certain set of items, I'm gonna just clean up and kill all the bosses. So the first fight of this run is actually really similar to an any percent run that you might have seen in the past. And that's because any percent also wants to get to the bat as soon as possible. So this is shop glitch. I'll go in more depth about what happened there during the glitch demo. But all you need to know for now is I scrolled a page down when there wasn't a page to scroll down, and I went to unassigned value slots and changed random values. that gave me a lot of potions, 114, I think, when the normal limit is 9. And it also gave me a ton of money, which I used to buy katana, which is this weapon, and war fatigues, which boosts my attack and defense a bit. But because glitch demo was donated for, I will be I'll explain more in detail of shop glitch later. So coming up is another example of rounded edges being able to help me get somewhere. They wanted you to have Undine to be able to get up to this ledge, which is a soul that lets you stand on water, but you can just barely make it up there from the water with a well-timed double jump. So there isn't actually much I can do in Floating Garden right now, but I can use it to get somewhere very useful. So I briefly touched Gorgon zipping earlier. So the enemies, the Gorgons, which are like the rhinoceros-looking dudes, you can stand on their back, and when they turn around, the game will try and update your collision so that you turn around with them, sort of. That's like the really basic explanation, and wow, I'm bad. Nice. Any other soul drop from this point is pretty pointless. So when they turn around, the collision gets nice. The collision gets really messed up, and you can get clipped into a wall. So whenever you're on a wall as human, you get pushed upwards. That's like the rule of thumb. So that pushed me into Arena, which is a very late game area. So I need to be incredibly careful with my movement because everything like 3 or 4 shots me here. Thankfully, I have that insanely high amount of potions. So I can always just wimp out and heal. Okay, I'll be fine. So I went out of my way to get this sword. It's a pretty big detour, but it's worth it for the boss coming up. The next room is the worst room in the game. Okay, I lucked out. Got a really good pattern. That's kind of a problem. When you get at bonus souls, your menus get messed up. That's gonna mess with my menus for the whole run, but whatever.
I mean, I'm sure you can do something useful with Imp if you really put your mind to it, right?
No. Okay. So Balor is kind of hard to do well. Every time he smashes his hands down, that's considered one Balor cycle. And with... Ooh. I'll be fine. And with Creaking Skull, you can get a 4 cycle. Yeah, I'm gonna heal. Nice. Good fight. This is a 5 cycle. It's fine. Didn't die. Well...
Not yet, anyway. There you go.
Didn't
Nice.
die.
Nice.
Okay. That was actually a really good phase 2. So I get Giant Bat here, which is the best ability in the game, because I can turn into a bat, like that. But that's not why it's the best ability in the game. So using something called the Instant Untransform glitch, I can get clipped into a wall, and then if I do more precise inputs to hit buttons on the same frame, I can get clipped into a wall as bat. So when I'm in a wall as human, I move up, but when I'm in a wall as bat, I can move left or right. I can actually control the zip, which is really cool. So the big gauntlet of bat zips is coming up. So there's the first one. You can see I'm on the bottom there. Come on, you've explained what's going on here.
So he is suspending because when you enter a room, when you suspend, it puts you in the same place that you entered. So if you enter from out of bounds, you're going to enter as Soma in human form, which makes you zip up. So even though he entered the room as Bat and was going horizontally, he switches from a suspend so he can go up and then zip to a different spot.
I went a bit too early. It's fine. It's better to go too early than too late. Okay, that's good.
Nice.
Go.
Nice. So now he's got the best weapon in the game by far.
Yeah. Never lets up though, because there's another hard zip right here. But we're fine. Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Optimally, I would have wanted to be in the floor, but because I would have been able to zip along the bottom, but we're through, so it's all good. So yeah, the claim, cleave, whatever, is the best weapon in the game. It's obviously an over-swinging weapon, so it has good range. Oh, nice. I call that room the circus room, and it might have looked like I lost a lot of time because I got hit by that Medusa head and turned into stone. And it looked like that because it was a lot of it was a lot of time lost, but there we go. All right, that's a zip gauntlet, pretty solid. Okay, so here you're never supposed to enter from the right side. So the camera pans up and we see nothing. Because all the action's happening over to the left. And I'm gonna heal because I'm scared. So one of the other reasons claim is so good, aside from the fact that it's a light weapon so it gets auto-cancelled, it has the holy element attached to it, and most enemies in this game are weak to holy. Legion is very weak against holy, so claim destroys him.
Yeah. And also, you might notice on a lot of these boss fights, he's doing very short hops because he can swing the sword again faster when he hits the ground, and because it lets him jump and attack again. So the more he can do really short hops on bosses, the more attacks he can get in much quicker than usual.
So I'm going to manipulate this little bit. I'm going to try for it once, non-manipulated.
Well, that would be a god drop.
Nope. Okay. So I need to manipulate this. Can one of you actually explain why I need to manipulate this?
Yeah, so there are a couple souls needed to get the true ending
There's the manipulation
of the fight of the game. So he's actually picking up the Flame Demon as well as Succubus is another one that he needs to become Dracula in a sense.
Spoilers.
Oops, yeah. So if you haven't played this, I apologize. I just killed what could have been your childhood.
Cool. Zipping off of a door isn't technically any harder, but it's tricky because if you do it wrong, you enter the door and there's a 20-minute long cutscene. So a really cool thing here, by entering this room with a zip, there's normally an iron golem in there, but by entering it from the zip, you despawn him for whatever reason. Nice. So we got Hippogriff.
Kind of loading trigger that he skipped.
Yeah,
nice.
It's something like that. Alright, Succubus, first try. Nope, okay. No god drops. That's fine. Unfortunately, unlike Flame Demon Manip, Succubus manipulation is actually kind of hard, so hopefully I can get it first try. It's fine. I should expect this usually takes like a couple tries. There we go.
There we go.
Very nice.
My MP is also really good, so I don't have to do the scary strat in this upcoming room. So I'm going to take a big detour here to get the Calidbog, which is a weapon. And I know I kind of hyped up the claim and how it's the best weapon in the game. And that's true, it is. But there's one enemy in the game who, if you played this game, you probably know who it is. I won't spoil it though. Who is weak, or is resistant to holy. So I need to grab the Calidbog, which is a... Alright, cool. That's a hard zip. Okay. So I need to grab the Calidbog so that I can hurt him. So this is the fight I needed Flame Demon and Succubus for. So Graham Phase 1 has 3 attacks he can do. He can do the one where he shoots out the fireball, 3 fireballs, which are good because I can just destroy the fireballs with my sword, or I can be dumb and get hit by them. That works too.
Yeah, even getting hit once in a while is not that big a deal with Succubus on because you heal every time you're hitting something.
Yeah, it's 5 per thing I hit. Alright, that was actually a really good phase 1. So phase 2 is always the same. He just shoots out the 3 meatballs in a pattern. Okay. And phase 3, which is 2 women linked by their eyes, which is really gross, and I never noticed that until like not too long ago. Also, I'm gonna heal because I'm scared. Okay, that wasn't a very good fight, but whatever. So coming up is another scary zip. It's after this room, so I kind of need to focus for it. I almost went too late. Okay, we're in there.
Nice, very nice.
So after Graham, I got Black Panther and Dracula's tunic. So Black Panther is a soul that lets me move incredibly fast. So now that I have Black Panther, Claim, and Bat Soul, I can basically go anywhere in the castle and kill anything really quickly. So now I'm just gonna clean up the rest of the bosses that I missed earlier.
Nice.
This part's pretty self-explanatory. It's just a bunch of fast movement, so you can probably fire off a donation or two now.
Sure thing. I wanted to thank everybody who's come in on our Alice 554 hype train, such as, I apologize if I'm murdering this name, Spelposhkin, and Con Badger, Shal, and Necrojester 10, especially
Oh my god.
Lacuna Kitsune,
Okay.
who says, taking a page from Alice's book and donating my $5.54 to go towards the Skyrim Glitch exhibition. I'll donate another $5.54 if the announcer does his best Mario impression for my daughter. It's me, Mario! Thank you for playing my game.
I'm clapping on the inside for you, man. I didn't get Minotaur trolled there. They can drop their soul there, but it would have been nice to have it like 15 minutes ago instead of now, where it's completely useless. Alright, so... Oh my god, get in the hole. Yeah, Black Panther movement can be kind of finicky. So after this boss is the most important room in the game, because we get to tell if we can see our boy. Nope, okay. There's an enemy that appears here 1/6 of a time. And it actually wastes time, but I like seeing him. Because he's a cool guy. So after this, Suspend is one of the cooler zips in the run. It's also kind of tricky, so I need to focus for it. Wait for it. And we're in the Julius fight. Good zip.
This is definitely the Julius fight music I remember.
Yeah, so it's like the Legion fight where we enter from the wrong side. Please? Please? Okay, thanks. We entered from the wrong side, so we got the wrong... So the cutscene never started, so the trigger for Heart of Fire, the name of the song that plays during this fight, to start is the cutscene, so unfortunately we just get the regular, boring Floating Gardens music. Thankfully, Rom has been preparing his a cappella version.
Have I now?
Yes.
I don't think anyone donated anything for that.
Did you not get my memo? To practice the a cappella Heart of Fire? So yeah, Julius is the enemy I needed the Cowbug for, because he's resistant to the Holy, so... Yeah. He also has 5,000 health, so this fight takes quite a while. It's probably the most skill-based fight in the game, even though there are a lot of random elements. So phase 2, he starts using his sub-weapons. And phase 2 can actually go really fast if I get a combination of good luck and don't be dumb. Okay, let's not do this. Okay, cool. So in phase 2, there's no limit to how many times in a row he can dash. I've actually had him dash 19 times before. It's pretty fun. Oh no. Okay. Okay, good fight. No, thanks. Yeah. So now we're in Clock Tower, and I can equip the claim back on, which will be my weapon for the rest of the run. And we can fight the hardest boss in the game, according to this guy. Even
I
though
mean, if you don't fight him with the claim and you fight him in the natural order, I think that still stands.
I disagree. He's literally free. Phase 2 is really random. Okay, then. So I want to be standing on top of the door's only open when you collect his soul, so I need to collect the soul as soon as possible rather than just standing by the door. Come on. And zip along the bottom here. Suspend the game so I can go upwards as human. And we are in the chaotic realm. And this is Chaotic Realm Skip. Nice. I am going to save because I'm very, very scared.
Have you ever died to chaos in a run?
No, but I'm not. Well, not in a run where I had potions. I've died in potionless runs. But, you know, it's different. So phase 1, he locks away all your souls. The only downside of this for this run is we don't get the +5 heal from Succubus, but, like, it really doesn't matter. Nice.
We'll try to make sure it matters.
Alright, so for phase 2, the most important trick in the game is at the beginning. But you can. There's one frame where you can swing your sword during the cutscene, but I failed it, so you know, might as well mercy kill the run. So we actually get to see the return of our old pal Creaking Skull. Nice. This bone dragon is my arch nemesis. So the general premise of this fight is you need to destroy the 4 eyes, and every eye you destroy lowers the defense of the core. Now I just need to wail on the core. Get ready on time. Time.
That was a good fight.
Yeah, really clean.
That was a good. What was the time?
26:39.
That's okay. I'll take that. 26 was my goal for the marathon, so I'll definitely take that. So should I hop right into glitch demo?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. So this game is really broken besides what we saw in the run. So the first thing I'm going to show off is called the 0 HP glitch. It's actually used in the most optimal any % route. I'm going to be using restore points, by the way, for this glitch demo, because a lot of these glitches are really hard. So I'm literally cheating. Literally, by the way, not literally. So there's one frame where you can pause if you die and level up on the same frame. Okay, cool. So you can see I'm suspending with 0 HP. And right now, I loaded the wrong file. Um, um, right now, I have 0 HP, and also, for reference to go to my ability screen, all I have is dash right now. I don't have double jump or hippogriff or anything. So one of the side effects of having 0 HP is loading zones don't exist, so someone can just peace out. And then the boss door pushes me upwards. And using this, hopefully, cross your fingers. Cool. I can get pushed upwards, and that is how you get to floating gardens without double jump. So in a true any % run, and in the most optimal all bosses run, you can get to floating gardens this early, which skips double jump. In all bosses, it saves 2 minutes, but, you know, it's really, really difficult to do in a run. The less useful, but significantly more entertaining use of this glitch is if you open up the map screen instead of the pause screen on the one frame. All right. This should be the album cover of the next Avenged Sevenfold album. So he's just gonna bleed for a while. We can actually heal him, and he's still gonna bleed. But
I hope he's just flying around bleeding everywhere.
sorry. He lost like 17,000 gallons of blood, but it's okay. So the next trick isn't actually that impressive looking. I just really want to do it because I'm dumb. I also didn't practice this at all, and it's like the hardest thing ever, so.
Oh.
Okay, that's fine. I wasn't expecting to get it. So there's a glitch you can do there to get to the study area a bit faster. So there's a soul in this game called Curly. What it does is it transforms you into this beast thing, and you rush really fast forward. And it's actually the fastest form of movement in the game. But it's not really useful for speedruns because A, it takes time to get, and B, there's a really long charge up every time you want to use it, so. It's really only useful in New Game Plus runs when your only other movement option is walking. So even though it's useless in runs, there is something really fun we can do with it. Unless I mess up. Which, this glitch is easy, but for some reason I failed it a lot yesterday when I was practicing, so hopefully that doesn't happen. Alright, cool. So this is the glowing Soma glitch. The game never updates your color palette after untransforming after hitting a ledge, because this game is really good. So you can actually go beat the entire game like this. The only things that will turn you back to normal are getting hit, like that, warping, saving and quitting, or transforming back into Curly. So, all that stuff is really neat, but it's time for the glitch to end all glitches. And I actually need to take out some notes for this one, because it's really complicated.
I'm guessing it has to do with the shop.
Yeah, it's a shop glitch. Sorry, I'm just looking at notes. I'm not checking Twitter or anything.
Maybe
Okay.
you could tweet and ask if anyone has your notes.
I have my note. Look, there, right there. Okay. So the shop glitch, you can scroll down. So in menus in this game, you can either scroll down one item at a time or one page at a time. And if you have 2 items on the sell menu, you can scroll down a page and you go to a glitched page that you can go out of bounds on. Like that. And I did that in the run, and all I sold were the RAM values for my X and Y coordinates, which affects where you are on the screen. And that's cool and all, but you can actually do much more. So to affect the RAM value, I have to go like way out of bounds. So okay, cool. I also kind of need quiet for this because I have to count, and counting is really hard. Now I hold right for a while. And I'm sorting through all these random memory values right now. But trust me, stuff is happening. While you wait, you can look at Hammer's lovely face. And cool, I did it right. So now I'm moonwalking. You can also see that Soma has a broken arm. And there's one more thing. You may notice that when I talk to Mina, things get significantly less English. So there's actually a value in this game for the language. You're never intended to be able to change it, but using the shop glitch you can. So now everything is French. So it's a good yeah. It's a good time to it's a good also the graphics are really messed up. That's a broken heart.
Oh.
So yeah, shoutouts to the French restream, which is probably going nuts right now. My favorite thing about is, so the curly soul, I can't read French, which one is curly? I think this one? No. Oops.
I'll see if I can look it up for you quick.
Might be, yeah, okay. This is my favorite thing. Yeah. So that's graphics corruption and language change. Okay, cool. So next one. So there's two characters in this game, Soma and Julius. Let's do a Dragon Dark. Here's a really good Julius run. I did a Julius All Bosses run. But Soma is really jealous of Julius. So he's going to transform into Julius now. So now I'm playing as Soma with all of Julius's moves. He also gets stuck in his animation frame. So if you listen carefully, he has the Julius kick. I used to run Julius, so I could kind of do Julius tech. He also has the Julius dash. If you're watching at 30 FPS, he just turns invisible. And he also gets the whip, which you can't see, but you can hear it. Also God mode. My favorite part of this glitch, though, is if you warp, you get stuck in this animation. So yeah, that's Julius moves. It can actually be useful for some meme categories, like any percent now out of bounds, which is totally a real thing if the date is April 1st. Wait, how did I just get hit? That's really weird. I learn something new every day, I guess. Okay, and for my final trick, okay, this one's actually, I have to count to 100, which is really hard because I'm still in first grade. and the credits. Yeah. So a lot of people say, oh wow, you credits warped. Well, not really. So what I did was I pulled up the credits cutscene, but this doesn't actually trigger the game because after this ends, it'll take me back to the title screen. And the file I did the glitch on won't have a New Game Plus file. Well, actually it will, but only because I've beaten it on. This does not give me a New Game Plus file, and therefore we don't actually consider this to be beating the game. So it doesn't actually count as a credits warp, it's just a cool thing you can do. So I guess while these credits are rolling, I can give the shout-outs to the Aria of Sorrow community. All the people have helped find stuff for this game and inspired me to run it. Petfield90 in particular, who is the All Bosses world record holder. The run really wouldn't be the same without him. If he hadn't come along and changed the game, you know, I probably would have gotten like a 29 just now instead of a 26. So him, 404 Error, who helped find all this crazy shop glitch stuff you just saw, and all the other people, Glim, Sambus. I'm blanking right now, sorry. I'm really rushing on adrenaline right now, so I can't think. Sorry if I can't think right now. So yeah, those are the credits, and those are all the people. Oh, these guys, of course, you know, and then GDQ in general. Everybody here is really cool. Thanks for the great opportunity to run the game. And you. Yeah. So, let me check my, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's that. Thanks for giving me the opportunity. That's Castlevania Aria of Sorrow.
All right, thanks. All right, while we're getting set up for the next game, which is Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow, run by RomScout, we're going to take a minute to thank our main sponsor here. All of the proceeds from the marathon this week goes to Doctors Without Borders. Doctors Without Borders supports people who can't otherwise access health care by employing specialized medical and logistical help or running longer-term projects designed to tackle health crises. At any time, some 30,000 doctors, nurses, midwives, epidemiologists, water and sanitation experts, and many others representing dozens of nationalities can be found providing assistance to some of the world's most vulnerable patients. They often work in remote locations and are often the first international aid workers to arrive at the scene of an emergency. On a personal note, it's Doctors Without Borders that inspired me to tune into and donate to my very first GDQ about 3 years ago. So I really am proud to be supporting this charity, and I think everyone here is as well. Another one of our sponsors is SomethingArtistic.net. They offer gaming-inspired decals and stickers to decorate consoles, walls, computers, and more. $2 from every decal sold this week is being donated directly to Doctors Without Borders. Some designs were done just for SGDQ and are available this week only. You can find them at SomethingArtistic.net or decal.ly. Just want to remind everybody that in addition to the Save and Kill the Animals donation bid war, if you donate a minimum of $50 during the marathon, you will be automatically entered to win an Xbox One Elite prize pack, which includes Rare Replay,